Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm back with another story time, and this story time is going to be about how my friend crashed her car into the Delta. I'm from Stockton, California, and Stockton is like surrounded by water. We're surrounded by a delta. We have levees, canals. We're a port city, so we're just surrounded by water. So it was my 18th birthday, and actually it was all my girls' birthday, my girl Karis's birthday. We're all born in September, so we had wanted to plan a bonfire on the levee. So if you don't know what a levee is, it's like a piece of road, and then on either side of this road is water. It's the Delta water. So it's like a thing, like we'll get wood, we'll get people, and we'll have a bonfire on the levee. So that's what we wanted to do for our birthday, you guys. And we plan it. I'm getting ready at my girl Karis's house. And you guys, when things were gonna go wrong, like they would go wrong immediately. Like the night would start off bad, and like we never listened to the warning signs, but they were there. Like God was trying to tell us to chill, but like we did not listen. So I'm at my girl Karis's house, and we're actually getting ready to get out the door. And mind you, we had to ask my girl Karis's mom permission to borrow her car. So we're going to take her mom's car to the bonfire, and it was like a miracle, you guys, that she was going to let us take her car, because she was really strict. Like she was really strict. But it was like our birthday, you know, so she let us go. But so anyway, we're getting ready to leave, and I'm in the car, and you guys, and I have like 240s, you know, I have 240s and like some other things, like, you know, the party supplies. So we're getting ready to leave, and I'm in the car, and I don't know what I'm doing, you guys, but all of a sudden I drop one of my 40s, and it bursts open, like glass everywhere. And so I'm like, crap, you know, I'm trying to clean it up. And my girl Karis comes out, and she's like, hey, my mom's gonna come say bye to us. And I'm like, what? No. Like, I dropped my 40. Help me clean it. She's like, what? You dropped your 40? I'm like, yes, help me clean it. So before we can even clean it, her mom comes out, and she notices right away. She's like, what is this on the floor? Like, there's glass everywhere. And I'm like, and then she's like, is that beer? And so I'm like flipping out, like I don't know what to say. I don't want to lie. I don't want to say like, oh yeah, it is beer. You know, what do I say? So I'm like, and then she's like, flips out. She's like, what are you guys doing? Like, you have beer. You guys are drinking and driving. And my girl Karis, she's like, no, that's Cherie's beer. I'm Cherie. She's like, that's Cherie's beer. I'm not drinking and driving, you know. And my girl Karis, she was always the DD. Like, that was the truth. Like, she did not drink and drive. So, you know, we go back and forth. Her mom doesn't want to let us go anymore. You know, she starts lecturing us, all this, like the big, you know, all this. And my girl, by the grace of God, convinces her to let us go. You know, I think it was because it was our birthday. And so her mom was just like, whatever, just like agreed to let us go after she lectured us. But as soon as she was done, we did. We're like, okay, let's get out of here. So we get out of there, and we're on our way to the bonfire. We get there, we set things up, you know. I don't even know, like, if I set up, I doubt that I set up the fire. Like, I don't set fires. So I don't even know, but like we get it going or whatever. And a bunch of people come. And so the girl who crashes her car, we're going to call her Tabitha? Tabby. We'll call her Tabby for short. So, Tabby comes, and she brings her boyfriend with her. So, they come, they're there, we're all there, a bunch of people are there, and we're all just kicking it, you know, having a good time. And like about 2 hours go by, you know, we're all buzzing, whatever. And Tabby and her man get in the car. And they drive up to us, and my girl Karis stops them. She's like, roll down the window. Where y'all going? You know, and they're like, oh, you know, we're going to get some alone time, you know. And so we're like, oh, okay, girl, okay. You know, but we're kind of like talking mess to them or whatever, you know. And so the boyfriend kind of shows out a little bit. So what I mean is, like, he's kind of like, you know, getting cocky, and he peels off. So mind you, there's other people on this levee. So we're going to call this guy, we'll call him Kevin. So Kevin's there, and he has like his hood up to his car. And he's just like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's like showing his car to his friends or like what was going on, but he was in front of his car. So the boyfriend peels out And when he peels out, the car shifts and it's going straight towards Kevin. And he's not going so fast, but he's probably going like 35 miles an hour. And so he's going 35 miles an hour headed straight towards Kevin. And so we start flipping out. We're like, oh my God, like, you're going to hit Kevin. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, so he's going towards him. And like right before he hit Kevin, he swerves the car. And so the car goes like this, and it goes like this off into the water, you guys. Like full on jump. It happened in slow motion. Like I couldn't even believe, like my jaw was to the floor. Like I was just like, oh my God, you know, like it was so insane, you guys. Just like a movie, just straight into the water. So we start flipping out. We're like, oh my God. We start running towards them, you know. I'm taking my clothes off, like ready to hop in there after go save Tabby, like, you know, like. So we get to the edge, and we can see like two little heads floating in the water. Not floating like they were dead, like they weren't dead, it wasn't like that, but floating like they were dog paddling out. So by the time we had gotten to the edge, they had already managed to get out of the car, and they were swimming over to us. And so we were like, oh my God, Tabby, like swim, you can do it, like swim over to us. So she manages to swim over to us, and like we pull her out, you know, and it was cold, you guys. Like it was cold. Like it was September, but we're on the levee, and there's like a lot of wind right there. So it was freezing cold, and we pulled Tabby out. We're like, oh my God, are you okay? She's like, my car, you guys. And her car was sinking into the water, you guys. It was so sad. Like the radio was still playing, the lights were still on. It was like the Titanic. Like it was so sad, you guys. I was like, oh my God, R.I.P. Tabby's car. Like, you know, so she's like, my car, my purse, everything I had was in there. And we're like, but are you okay? She's like, I'm okay. You know, they were okay. Like, thank God they were okay. So after everybody realizes that Tabby's fine, they pretty much like dip out of there. They're like, we're not sticking around no more, you know. So they all leave, especially Kevin. Like he almost died too. Like, so he dips, everybody dips, and pretty much all that's left is me, my girl Carrots, Tabby, and her man. And so like me and Carrots are mad at Tabby's boyfriend. We're like, you know, you're stupid. Like, what were you thinking? You almost killed Kevin. You almost killed yourself. You crashed Tabby's car. Like, you know, like we're yelling at him, you know. And basically we're my girl Carrots, she's a G, you guys, don't mess with her. She's like, tells Tabby, look, Tabby, if you need a ride, you can get in my car. But Tabby's boyfriend, you can't get in my car. She tells him straight up, you can't get in my car. And I second the notion. I'm like, yeah, you can't get in Carrots' car. Like, we were cold-blooded, y'all. We really did. And we really did. We really did leave that man out there. And like, Tabby left him too. She was like, I gotta go, you know. She's like, I gotta go figure out what I'm about to do about my car. Like, you know, so, yeah, we told Tabby, if you want, you can get in the car, like, but your man can't come with us. And we dip on him, y'all. We really left that guy out there, but, he was fine. Like, Tabby ended up going back to get him. So, like, it was fine or whatever. But, yeah, so Tabby's, like, soaking wet, and she's in the backseat of the car. And my girl Carrots, because, like, we were scared. So we have the windows down, like, just in case we crash and we have to swim out like Tabby did. And, like, Tabby actually told us, like, that was the way that she got out of the car, was she swam. She got out through the window. So it was, like, a really good thing that my girl Carrots had stopped them before and was like, you know, roll down the window, where y'all going, you know? So yeah, so poor Tabby, she's like in the backseat freezing, the windows are down, and we just drive her. I don't even know where we drove her. It wasn't like to her house. I think she had to go to her girl's house, you know, like she couldn't go home, like just crash her car. Like she had to figure out what she's gonna do first when she went home. Like, and you guys, I actually don't know like what had ever become of that situation. Like, I don't know what had happened with the car. Like, I don't know. Like, we weren't that close for me to, you know, like, she was more of just like a party goer. So, yeah, but like, thank God that she was okay. Thank God her man was okay. Even though we left him for stranded, like, At the time, we did not care if he was okay or not, but he was. Like, she ended up telling me that she went back and got him, and he was like fine or whatever. So yeah, you guys, that was the time that my girl crashed her car into the Delta. All that being said, you guys, don't drink and drive. Like, that's not cool. Like, you know, you do stupid things like that. We shouldn't even have been on the levee with beer and like motor vehicles, but like, it's a thing out here, you know. I'm sure kids still do it and stuff, and we did it. Actually, that wasn't even the last bonfire that I went to. I went to another one after that, in the same area. And when we went to that one, we had the windows down too, you guys. Like, we were scared. But yeah, that's the time that my friend crashed her car into the Delta. You know, if you like this video, hit that button. I don't like to say all that jibber jabber, like, you know, I think it's annoying. But, you know, you're a YouTube watcher. If you like me, subscribe. Thanks, guys.